welcome to my channel. I'm Beth Elland. Thank you for being here. Today's class, we are going to work with some strength and resilience, primarily in the arms and the core, also the back. So to start, we're going to warm up the wrists a little bit. So go ahead and interlace your hands, make a little fist here, and make some figure eights with your hands. No real right or wrong way to do this. Just kind of make general circular motions with both wrists and move in the other direction. Maybe unclasp the hands, make some more circles. And before we get into it, let's go ahead and take a little child's pose. So come to sit on the heels. Knees can be together or they can be as wide as the mat. And drape your chest forward, walking your hands out in front of you. Elbows nice and wide, fingertips come together to touch. And welcome yourself to the mat today. Taking deep breaths. Filling your belly up with air. Breathing in and out through the nose. Take your in breath to a full count of 3. And the out breath for a full count of 3. Just taking a few more deep breaths here. Letting your shoulders relax. Noticing where there's any tension in the body. One more deep breath in. And push into your hands to lift your torso back up. And come into a tabletop pose. Coming up, hips over knees, shoulders over wrists. Do a few rounds of cat-cow. So as you inhale, you're lifting the gaze forward, rolling the shoulders back. Keep the abs engaged and curl the tailbone up. And as you exhale, push the floor away from you, dip your chin towards your chest, and curl the tailbone down. Inhale, chest shines forward like a flashlight aiming in front of you. And exhale, navel comes up towards the spine. Inhale, collarbones broaden. And exhale, rolling it up like a Halloween cat. Inhale, come back to neutral, flat back. Lift your right leg up to be parallel with the mat. Keep your abs nice and tight and engaged. Feel the low back engage as well, lifting that back glute up. And if you like, bring your left arm forward as well. So opposite arm as the leg, nice and parallel with the mat. Strong core. Inhale and exhale, lower back down. And other side, left leg straight out back. Really flex that foot. Your energy is shooting out the back heel. And inhale, bringing the right arm forward, energizing through those fingertips, all the way out through the back heel. Big line of energy, strong core. And on the exhale, lower the hand and the knee back down. And just on your own, inhale, Right leg up, left arm forward. And take a full rounded breath here. And exhale, hands and knee, come back down. Inhale. One round of the breath. And on your next exhale, lower it down. One more on each side on your own. Really feel that expansion. Find your heel and your fingertips moving away from each other. Getting as long as possible. Awesome. Exhale, lower down. Curl your tailbone, or curl your toes under, I'm sorry. Curl your toes under, press into your fingertips and knuckles. Lift your hips up and back for your downward facing dog. Head goes between the biceps. Tailbone curls up to where the back wall meets the ceiling. Maybe paddle out the legs here. Straighten one leg and bend the other. Keeping a nice strong back. Let's inhale, bring your right leg up. Let that foot flex like before. And exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, left leg comes up. Big diagonal line. And exhale, come down. So just like before, but in your dog. So your inhale, right leg up. Big diagonal line from your fingertips up to your heel. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left leg up. And exhale, lower. Strong abs, strong back. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale, left leg up. And exhale, lower your foot back down. Regular down dog. One deep breath in through the nose and exhale out the mouth. Inhale forward to plank pose. Keeping your hips in line with your shoulders. Abs engaged. Pull your abs up towards your chin. If this is a lot, you can drop your knees and lift your heels up, keeping the same position. Abs nice and engaged, even though you're on your knees. Hold for one more round of breath. And on your next exhale, lift your hips back up, downward facing dog. Let's move with the breath into our plank and then back to our downward dog. Inhale forward to your plank. And then exhale, push back to your downward facing dog. One more, inhale forward. And exhale, downward facing dog. Make any movements that feel good here. Inhale back forward to plank. And drop to your knees for just a moment. Please sit back on your heels. Child's pose for a brief second. Inhale, come up. Tuck your toes under. And back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to your plank pose. We're on level 3. I don't know. They're not really levels, but it's the next level of the challenge that we're doing. If you guessed it, you might have right leg comes up in your plank pose and exhale, lower back down. Inhale, left leg up, still in line with your shoulders. Exhale, lower it back down. And two more on each side. If you're on your knees, same thing, just like straighten that leg out. And bring your knee back down. Just try to keep your abs nice and engaged. And push back into your downward facing dog. And for the grand finale, my favorite part, the part that I found the most fun here. Inhale, right leg comes up. Take a big breath out. And we'll inhale, keep that left leg up. Come forward to your plank. Exhale, lower those toes back down. Inhale, lift the toes back up. Exhale, push back to your downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale, right foot comes back down. Other side, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, hold. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower that left foot down, toes touch the mat. Inhale, left toes come back up. And exhale, push it back to your downward facing dog. And exhale, foot comes back down for your regular downward facing dog. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, hold. Inhale, come forward to plank. Strong core. You got this. Exhale, toes touch the mat. Inhale, toes come back up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, hold. And exhale, toes come back down. Last one. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, hold. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, toes touch back down. Inhale, toes up. Exhale, dog. Inhale, hold. And exhale, toes come back down. Big breath in through the nose. And exhale, sigh out the mouth. And bring your knees back down to the mat. Hips to heels, child's pose. Fill the back body up with breath. Feel your whole body just melt. Two more deep breaths here. And push your torso back up. And come into all fours. And return back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, bend your knee, bring your knee to your nose, and step that foot forward next to the right thumb. Inhale, come up into your high lunge. Alana here. Feet about hip width apart. Find that energy out the back heel. Feel a good stretch in the front of that left thigh. Feel the spine nice and tall, shoulders over hips. Big in-breath and exhale. Frame your front foot. Big inhale. And on your next exhale, come into a standing split. So lean forward onto your hands, maybe onto your fingertips. That's what I like to do. Feel that strong right leg, letting your upper body be just heavy and strengthening that right leg. Breathing into the hamstring and trying to keep those left toes pointed straight down towards the mat. One more deep breath in and exhale. Bring your left foot back up towards the right foot. Bring your toes together. Heels are slightly apart, so your feet are parallel to each other. And fold forward over your legs. Bend your knees a lot. And on your next in-breath, lift your torso up away from the thighs. Utkatasana, chair pose. Abs nice and strong. You can keep your hands here at prayer, or you can lift your arms up overhead. Sink your booty down lower than you think you can. One more deep breath in and out. And your next inhale, straighten both legs and reach up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, lift halfway. Roll the shoulders back, gaze forward. Exhale, plant your palms. Step back. Downward facing dog. Other side. Inhale, bring your left leg up. And exhale, knee to nose. Plant your foot in between your palms, or carry it if you need to. Feet about hip width apart. Your next inhale, push into the front foot and come on up for your high lunge, hands to prayer or up overhead, making sure your knee is directly over that ankle. Feel the strong legs here. And try to point your tailbone straight down. And imagine your thighs are magnetizing towards each other. A few deep breaths here. And on the next exhale, go ahead and frame that front foot. A breath in and exhale. Kick it up into your standing split. Just like a teeter-totter, letting your upper body be heavy. Maybe head you can hang straight down. Flexing that back foot, pointing your toes straight down. Keeping a nice little bend in the standing leg. One more breath. And on the exhale, bring that right foot forward to meet the left. Feet together, fold over your legs. Give yourself a breath here. Then bend your knees a lot. Inhale, come on up for your Utkatasana chair pose. Strong core, strong legs. Sink low, 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 just like you're sitting in a chair right behind you. Keeping that long, deep breath. And on your next inhale, straighten your legs and reach up. Exhale, fold forward, hinging from the hips. Letting your head hang heavy. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back. Exhale, plant your palms, step it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way down in one line onto your belly. Uncurl your toes, press your top of your toes into the mat. Press your hips into the mat. Inhale, cobra pose. So rolling the shoulders back, lifting the chest, and lifting the hands up away from the mat. Exhale, come back down, and push it back into a child's pose. Knees can be together or as wide as the mat, just like before. And just let yourself rest for a moment. Breathing nice and deep. Let your heart rate slow down. Push your hands into the mat. Come on up to all fours, hips over knees. You're going to thread the needle. So bring your right arm underneath in between your left arm and knee. Bringing your right ear to the mat, right shoulder to the mat. And keeping your hips directly over the knees. You can push your left fingertips into the mat next to your face, or you can reach them up overhead. Whatever feels best for you in the moment. Breathe deeply into the side body, into the area behind the right shoulder blade. One more deep breath in. And on your next exhale, you can bring your left hand back next to your face, push into the mat, and lift yourself back up. Your tabletop pose. And thread the needle on the opposite side. Left arm threads under, in between the right hand and the right knee. Shoulder comes down to the mat. You breathe deeply. Placing your right hand wherever feels most appropriate for you today. And just breathe. Make sure your left shoulder isn't too close to your ear. Plenty of space for your neck. One deep breath in and out. You can push your right hand back into the mat. Come back up into your tabletop pose. And transition to a seat. Bringing your hips back, feet out in front of you for downdog or stacked pose. Engage both legs. Flex your feet, toes pointing towards you. Hands on either side of the hip. So you should feel a lot here already in the hamstring. Extend the crown of the head away from the tailbone. And just breathe here. Imagine on each breath in, you can fill your hamstrings up with air all the way down to your feet. Let's feel that breath flow through the body. And after your next breath, you can bring your left foot, sole of foot, to meet the right thigh. And take Janushirasana, head to knee pose. Inhale, spine is long, maybe reach your arms up. And exhale, fold forward, leading with your chest towards this knee. I always like to stack my hands in front of, on top of my shin here. Or you can just place your hands on either side, face down on the mat. Just make sure you keep your right leg nice and engaged, curl your toes towards your face. Make sure you're hinging from the hip. Take one more deep breath in. And push your hands into the mat to lift your torso back up to neutral. And switch sides. So bringing your right foot now into the inseam of your left thigh. Inhale, getting tall, maybe reaching your arms up, and exhale. Leaning towards that left knee. Either stacking your palms on top of the chin. Sometimes I'll use the outside of my shin and then I'll put my right hand on the outside of the shin just to accentuate, because there's a little bit of a twist. Even though it's very, very subtle, it is a twist because you're not leaning straight forward, you're leaning towards your knee. Very gentle here. And as gravity pulls your torso down, let everything relax, except for the left leg. The left leg engage the upper torso, stays in one line, and just let it melt down. One more deep breath in. And push yourself back up slowly. We'll come to lie down on our back, but we'll take a boat to get there. So one less abdomen exercise. So feet flat down on the mat. Hold on to your thighs, just with your fingertips here, and start to rock your torso back about 45 degrees. Abs pull up towards the chin. Gaze is forward. Shoulders roll back. If you feel strong here, you can lift your arms first. And if that feels good, you can lift your legs to be parallel to the mat. Make sure you're still breathing. Abs are tight though. And exhale, you can release, feet back down. And come to lie down on your back. Roll down one vertebra at a time using your arms. Hold on to your elbows. And gently now back onto your back. your left ankle over top of your right thigh, letting that knee drift away from your face. And if it feels good, bring that right thigh in and interlace your hands behind the thigh. Reclined pigeon, keeping the left foot nice and flexed. Upper body is soft, completely relaxed into the floor. Breathing deep into that left outer hip. Release the right thigh and switch sides, bringing your right ankle over the left thigh and maybe pulling that left thigh in if it's appropriate for your body. You can always just leave your foot down, maybe even push a little bit away here if your foot is down. Don't push it hard or anything, just like add a little bit of weight, maybe with the back of your hand even. Two more deep breaths. Exhale, drop that foot back down. Both feet flat on the mat, about as wide as the mat. And dip your knees from side to side, making like a windshield wiper motion here. And as you feel ready, extend one leg at a time out for Shavasana. Corpse pose, final resting space. Make any micro adjustments you need. Make sure your shoulder blades are nice and flat. If you feel any pinching or any uncomfortable in the low back, you keep your knees bent. Maybe bring your feet wide, knees dip into touch if that's the case. Otherwise, just take up as much space as possible and allow yourself to surrender to what you're feeling. Notice how you feel after this short but really strong class. Bring all of your attention to the rise and the fall of your breath. Each exhale bringing you deeper into a state of relaxation. 5 more deep breaths in. Releasing any leftover tension. I encourage you to stay here for as long as you need. If you feel ready, you can wiggle your fingers and your toes, reaching your arms up overhead. Roll over to one side, slowly transitioning. Resting your head on your upper arm for a moment. Before pushing yourself up to take a seat in whatever way is most comfortable for you. Bring your palms face up in your lap. Close down the eyes if it's comfortable. Stay with the breath. You can bring the palms of the hands together at heart center, thumbs to sternum. Give yourself gratitude for coming to the mat today. Now close the practice by chanting Om one time. You can join if you like. Inhale deeply to chant Om. Get the chin to the chest and bow forward. Namaste. Slowly blink your eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this class. Please give me a thumbs up if you did, subscribe if you don't, and I will see you in the next video.